Hello there, Ringside Crew.
Hey dudes at Ringside Crew, this is Davian.
Hey, it's Jenny Santana here.
This is Alfie.
This is the Savage Juggernaut, Tamaku.
Inside Ring.
This is Thomas D. Bruff.
This is Billy Starks.
Mr. Chad Epic.
Megan Mason.
Hey everybody, Scotland's own Brody Adelaide.
The headliner in charge, Marco Mania.
This is your girl Charisma.
Papa Dink, Brendan Decker.
This is According to Woods.
Savannah Summers.
I'm Shorty.
Tasman inside.
You are watching
The internationally known
Dudes at Ringside podcast, hosted by Metal Geek and Joe the Panther Jr.
Hello there, wrestling fans. Before I do my intro, I would like to thank once again to Wrestling is Everything for their awesome t-shirt and their stickers. And now welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I'm your host, Joe the Panther III. And now from the top of Metal Mountain, all the way down to all 50 states in the globe, is the happy ill himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, International Noah? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe? So, Joe, today we have a very special episode today, right?
Yes, man. Welcome to, I forgot to say it yesterday. I said at the end of the show, welcome to West Coast Wrestling Month, fans, where we travel in the car and I'm paying for the gas because geeks me.
So today we have a very special episode because today we are going to feature the talent from East Bay Pro Wrestling.
Welcome back, guys.
So let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to the social media guy.
Thanks for having us, guys. Appreciate the opportunity.
What's going on, dude?
Doing well, man. Doing well at the West Coast. Weather's beautiful out here. So
yeah,
appreciative that you guys are highlighting East Bay Pro Wrestling tonight.
Yeah. So you didn't come alone, did you?
I did not.
So
no.
if you want
this is not about me, but definitely check out our social media handle that you see.
All right, but you want to introduce some of the guests that we also have that you brought on with you?
Sure. So East Bay Pro Wrestling, we've got two branded shows, East Bay Pro Wrestling WWZ. We've got East Bay Pro star Loverboy Leo on the call. Made his debut a couple months back and has had some recent success. And we also have the WWZ heavyweight champion Parisi on the call. And then we'll see, but we're hoping that Brandon Nash can solve his technical difficulties. And there he is right here. We'll see if it works. And then we've also got WWZ general manager Paulie Gavone, supposed to join later. So
all right.
Gavone, sorry.
I was called the Gavone, but the only reason I was called the Gavone because I ate a Subway Hero in 20 minutes. But that's just me. Oh, there's our friend. There's the one I was telling you about, guys. It's Emily Ramirez from Italy. She's
staying up late to watch the Dudes at Ringside podcast. Thank you so much.
Emily, Joe's been talking about you nonstop, Emily. He's been having nothing but good things to say about you.
She's awesome, and you guys definitely need to hit her up. She's really good, and she would bring the darkness to your roster.
Definitely. The evilness.
Yeah, I said darkness. I said the right thing, Kiko.
Yeah.
Okay. If whoever, which one of you gentlemen want,
we could start as a group thing. We could start. You know what I mean? Like you could say, if our fans are not wow,
you can't do it. I'm the only one to do this right, Geek. If our fans are not familiar with you, introduce yourself.
One at a time.
Go ahead. Is that me?
That's all right.
Fuck you.
I'll go ahead.
First. Hey. But we got the good ones going first. Good impressions. Always got to be strong. My name is Leo. They call me Loverboy, and you guys can call me anytime. Hot talent at East Bay Pro. Soon to be traveling all over California and hope to hit the East Coast soon, man.
So, yeah.
That's about it. That's about as luxurious as it's going to get for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You next.
I guess Brandon's still loading up.
Yeah, he's still loading up.
Well, what do we want to know? What do we want to know? Outside of being heavyweight champion for WWZ, it's your boy VIP, Bad Guy Parisi. You know, I was trained down in LA at Knox Pro. You know, I was trained under Rikishi, Reno, Black Pearl, and Gangrel himself, the Vampire Warrior. So, you know, I came up to the Bay. When I started working with y'all, Leo?
I want to say probably about October, September last year.
You know, I've been up here and been rocking with East Bay ever since.
Absolutely.
I'm still going back and forth between the two, but you know, found a new home up here in the Bay with East Bay.
So what was it like working with Gangrel and Rikishi?
It's I think if I had to be honest, I'd say it's a style of training that really is starting to fade away. It's a lot of that old school training, which I'd say about 99.99% of it is tough love, real tough love, where they teach you, you know, you got to have thick skin in this business. A lot of lessons, man. And it's not just, you know, it wasn't just in the ring. I was, you know, actually, I was blessed to be able to not only be training with them in the ring, but also to be on the road with them and spend time with them outside of the ring as well. So, you know, it was a real good learning experience. And then, you know, just going out there, my big thing is they always teach us is, you know, each one teach one. So you never stop learning. And if you ever feel like you've learned it all, go ahead and hang your boots up and burn them, because that's when you're just starting to learn. So yeah, man, just going out there and learning from other people. Like I've learned some things from Leo. I never told you, Leo, but I'll be watching you. I'll be scouting all y'all in training.
And I've been learning a lot from you, bro. Appreciate you, brother. It's all love. Even though sometimes you be picking on me, but hey, it's good. It's good. It's all here.
That's the tough love. That's the tough love.
That is the tough love.
That's why we're going to change your name to Tough Love Loverboy Leo. That's going to be you. Tough Love.
Heel turn. I'm sensing. Was that like a heel turn? His name when he turns heel.
It's going to be it's not going to be Loverboy no more. It's going to be Lover Man now.
Lover Man.
You know, I don't have any intentions of turning heel quite yet, because I love my fans. I love the people. So, I mean, if someone ever.
Yeah,
we got him.
That was weird.
The Undertaker was in your room.
I really got you.
Man, hard streaming off of a phone because people be calling me all the time. But
yeah,
like I was saying, I mean, if someone double crossed me or did me dirty, I'd feel kind of toxic. So I'd probably want to project my feelings onto them people. So then you could call that a heel turn, but we don't see it right now, baby. I'm for the folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it all changes after a while, Leo. That's how I know, you know, you're still young to the game, because, you know, you do everything you can to please these people. You want to jump off the top rope and do all these crazy moves. And then, you know, when you finally get like down and out and you go through a rough phase in this business, when you really find out how these fans like, you know, you're today's flavor, you're today's special. And then when you go away and you come back and you start to see that they really ain't got that love for you. You know, they just love what you're doing right there in the moment. And then that's when you're going to figure out, like, you know what? Forget the fans. Like,
see,
yeah,
I don't want to think that
to
deeply right now. I don't want to think that deeply right now. That's a lot to think about, brother.
Yeah,
we good. We coasting.
You know, I'm just letting you know, these just wise words, man. Just wise words. Don't get attached to these fans, man. Don't get attached to them.
Hey, appreciate you, brother. Good looking out.
Geek has a story with Gangrel, too.
I gotta hear this.
It's funny. It's funny. Geekums, tell them.
So Gangrel has a training facility over in Florida now.
Yes.
CCW Coastal Championship Wrestling, right?
Yes.
I got to attend one of the shows over there, and you know, this is the first time I've ever been to a CCW show back there. I was on the phone with Joe, right, and this big shadow just covers me. I'm like, wait, what is going on here? I look up. He has the fangs out and everything, man. And it's Gangrel just standing right in front of me.
It's great. He's a
great guy.
He's a great guy. That's still not putting enough credit on it. But yeah, Gangrel, man, he was cool. Training with him was, so you know, when you first get in, and I didn't really know the lingo. You know, you're trying to learn the lingo, and you try to, you know, be all cool and try to, you know, use it here and there. And he was teaching us pump handle slams. And I just learned what being driven means. Like, oh, I think you drive me, you're a little stiff. You know, I was starting to learn. So I'm like, I want to be cool and use the lingo too. So Gangrel's giving out pump handle slams because, you know, you got to take it before you give it. Picks me up, bam, slams me, right? I'm holding my breath, so it felt really hard. So he goes, what's wrong? I said, I think you drove me. I think you're a little stiff. And that was like the greenest thing I could tell somebody, right? So he goes, oh, get back up. My fault. Let me do it again. He picked me up and he slammed the hell out of me.
Jeez.
All the wind out of me. He goes, did I drive you on that one? It comes to you real quick, like, no, everything's good.
Hey, is Brandon there now? Can you hear us?
Brandon, can you have to unmute you? There you go.
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you guys hear me?
Brandon, like, if you want to introduce yourself to the dudes at Ringside fans, introduce yourself.
So I am Brandon. I am a student at East Bay Pro Wrestling. I wrestle there now too. Yeah, I mean, pretty much it.
He made his debut, like, I don't know, a few weeks ago. So,
wow.
And then since then, he joined up with one of our other stars, Cisco. They got a big tag team title match tomorrow night. I definitely want to plug our show tomorrow night. Got a big one, Independence Day, Saturday, July 9th. 7 p.m. start on the Pacific Coast. And yeah, Brandon and Cisco got a challenge ahead of them with the Bike Club. And then there you go, Loverboy Leo. Got a singles match with JMM. So I'm going to let those guys talk about those matches. But definitely check the show out tomorrow.
That's going to be an interesting match with Leo and JMM. So you have any words for Mr. JMM right there, Loverboy?
I mean, I have a couple, probably some nice ones, probably some rude ones, but I'll just start rattling off. He's definitely a very eloquent guy, full of himself, of course. Every time I've seen his entrance, he always comes out with a portrait of himself, and he has it just like standing nicely at ringside through every match. And inevitably, one of us will always kick it aside. Like, there's no need to have that. It's kind of creepy. Wouldn't you rather have like your parents' portrait? Like, why are you walking out with a portrait? Anyways, yeah, but this guy was talking mess to me on Instagram, bro. Like, he called me an uncultured and uneducated swine, said he was going to give me the 2-piece with the biscuit, which I won't lie, I forgot what that meant for a little bit. So I told him, I was like, have you seen your figure, bro? I think you need the meal more than me. And he was like, well, I'm going to give you a butt whooping because I can't say the ASS, we're family show here, refraining from the lenguaje. But yeah, he said it was going to whoop me because I didn't know what that meant. And also just because I was ugly. So I called him a child of divorce. We're packing on the heat. And I'm hoping to actually, you know, touch his heart a little bit with my knuckles or with my foot. But either way, he's going to get this whooping. He's no global phenomenon around here.
This question's for Brandon. What was your reaction to your first match? Like, what was going through your mind when you stepped through the curtain and saw the crowd?
The first thing that went through my mind is, oh God, I hope I don't die. The second thing that went through my mind was, all right, time to, fight. The third thing that went through my mind was, this isn't going the way I wanted it to. My first match didn't go exactly the way I envisioned. Still kind of finding myself as a person. As Brandon asked, I kind of, my favorite superhero is Batman, so I kind of leaned on Batman a little bit, came out, went in with Kid Wayne. I have Batman trunks on. And then Beastmaster, also somebody who wrestles at East Bay Pro, demolished me, I think would be the right word. I mean, I got some hits in, don't get me wrong, but that's a strong guy. But basically what went through my mind was, all right, time to put in the work. And then basically, I hope I don't die.
Yeah. Jeez.
Like it's good that we got you now, Brandon, like after your first match. By the way, congratulations on your first match. Many more to come and many more victories. You're gonna do great in this business. It's always like when your first match, it's always It's hard to explain, right? Geek is like your first match is one match you either will remember forever or a match that you will want to forget right after you leave the ringside area. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean, Leo? Like,
Yeah, you're like, I'm done.
like
right?
it's like us with our podcast. Our first episode, if you go back and watch the first episode with us,
We don't recommend it. We don't recommend.
Don't recommend it. It's there just to laugh at, like pretty much because we were Geek was glitching the whole time, and I had to do the talking because I'm the Bohemian mouthpiece, the best mustache in the podcast game, the cat that all the girls want to pet. Joe Pat the Third. That's me. Yes. I'm the pretty kitty on the block that does the awesome dances. Yep, that's me.
I'll just add in real quick. I mean, I've only known these guys a couple months, but they grind every day, man. I have all the respect in the world for them. I don't see them training every day, but I will say, like in Loverboy's case, I saw his first couple matches, and to see where he's growing from those, and I'll let him talk about it. But a week or so ago, we had an awesome show and had a 9-man championship eliminator match, and man, he got the win on that, and then went to the main event and had an amazing match with our East Bay Pro champ Liana Kusa. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of say that out loud. I mean, it's amazing just after just a couple months, the growth.
And that was coming back off an injury, right, Leo?
Yeah, going against Leon Ikuza was coming. I was like fresh off of a shoulder stinger.
And you went through the 9-man battle royal, and you went up against Leon.
Yeah, double duty that night. I wasn't expecting the double duty, but I mean, after that eliminator, I had to tap into something different, bro. I was like, you know what? This is my time. I need to shine. I don't have a belt on me like that guy, but
it's good. I mean, it's how you were. I mean, you did good. You either that damn good and you training real good, or you just went up against a bunch of garbage opponents. So
hey, my training speaks for itself. I got trained by wrestling personified Rick Luxury, a legend.
No, I got all the respect for Rick. I do know that I beat Leon though. I beat Leon.
Okay. Well, I'm getting there, bro. I'm getting there. I'll be there.
You'll be there soon. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So,
in fact, I think there's one guy. I think I've only been beaten by Alex Ace, and I got that win back on him. But no one else has been able to touch me there. Huh?
I mean, I was there when I saw that win. It's by count out.
Which one? Which one was by count out?
Wasn't it? You guys met twice, didn't you?
Yeah. He caught me on the first one. He caught me slipping on the first one. On the second one, I beat him 1, 2, 3.
That's right. You know what? My bad, Oos. Props to you. Okay.
It's good. That's why I'm here to remind everyone. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. So
Brandon, just take notes, doggy. I know you got your notebook. Just take notes. I got you.
You gotta take notes. You gotta take notes from the champ there.
Yeah. You'll be holding his backpack at the show tomorrow. You'll be like, here, can you grab my bags, put them on my locker?
No, but these are some hardworking gentlemen right here, though. On some real talk. I think when I came in October, I've seen Brandon. Brandon came off of an injury as well. He was injured for a bit. And then Loverboy as well. These guys are in there. They're grinding every training day, and definitely see the improvements in them, from show to show. And they do have the benefit of being with a company like East Bay Pro, who runs just about 3 times a month, I want to say. Sometimes they go 4 every weekend. So,
wow.
And experience, from my experience, the fastest way to learn is to get that in-ring experience. And these guys are really coming along, and they're coming along pretty fast. So, props to you boys and your trainers. Shout out to Rick Luxury. He's trained a good batch of guys. Yeah. And wait, do we got any girls? We got 1 girl. 2.
There's a few. You guys actually have like a very nice female wrestling roster of like few ladies there. They're very good. Like the Candy Girl. You guys have Jordan Blue. What's her name? Oh my God, I don't want to have my
Kimberly Diamond.
Kimberly Diamond. Yeah. Who else?
Candy Girls, Aaliyah Mia Garcia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aaliyah Mia Sweet. Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Bailey come through East Bay too?
Yeah, I think she was there, right?
Yeah.
Bailey was there too, right?
I believe so. We've had the likes of Thunder Rosa come through.
Yep.
Shotzi Blackheart was also there for a little bit.
Was Jungle Boy a part of East Bay or?
I think he did a few shows there. He was mainly in All Pro Wrestling and Gold Rush down there with like Levi Shapiro, Marcus Mack, and Dylan Drake.
Because I think Aaliyah Mia was talking about that when she was on our podcast. She said I think they had the same trainer as Jungle Boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. Rick, yeah, he gets around.
Yeah.
Damn, you gotta say it like that. He gets around.
Well, I mean, he's training people.
Wrestling,
it's not in my head.
Like Rick's just running around the whole Bay Area, just like, who got next?
Hey, he'll come back from Missouri and whoop me, bro. I don't need that right now.
So, this is for the social media guy for East Bay. So how many shows do you guys record without? Hey, what's going on?
Hey, we made it.
You guys actually record on your own, like when you're not going live, or how many shows do you guys do a week? Like with that part of it.
I mean, like Parisi said, we've got 3 to 4 shows a month. Paulie might be able to comment a little bit, but I know, we've recorded shows on his iPad, and we do have a YouTube channel. I'm there at each show with my phone and, snapping photos and taking video clips and getting them uploaded to all our social channels on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram as soon as I can, tagging all these guys. And obviously my goal is to build East Bay Pros follower base, but I think just as important is engaging the guys on this call, the rest of the roster, building up their following, because I think they go hand in hand. So I've had a blast the last couple months. I'm thankful for everyone being so welcoming, and our owner Maynard has been awesome, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to run with it. So, but yeah, we're going all the time, man.
So, if our fans are not familiar with you, Paulie, introduce yourself. Sorry.
Ladies and jabrones, my name is Paulie Gavone, the manager of Parisi, the Wrestling Warzone heavyweight champion right above me. I am also the general manager of Wrestling Warzone and one of the hottest up and rising managers in the Northern California area and California as a whole right now. So,
don't be shy, Paulie.
I'm kind of a big deal. You know how it is.
Nice.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Dudes at Ringside podcast.
I feel welcome, especially when I got the beautiful bad guy right above me. Yeah.
Look at that.
Who planned that, Geek? Who planned that setup on the screen? Geek?
Geek's the heel of the podcast.
Geek,
so
he's the heel. I think he set it up on purpose.
Who?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the heel of the podcast.
I'm in the middle. Sometimes I'm like Roman. Sometimes I'm good guys, bad guy.
Oh yeah, I met Roman before.
Yeah.
We got some ties to Roman.
Ah. You want to tell stories? You have any stories?
Oh, yeah. Me, Heyman and I, we go way back. The Heyman and the Gavone families, generations.
Yeah. So, if as you we already said your intro, but is that, does anybody have any more stories from like? Was that Geek?
No, I was just gonna ask. How did everybody get started in the business? If you don't want me asking.
I can go ahead and start with that one. So actually this coming Monday will be my 1-year anniversary of when I started training for professional wrestling at East Bay. So the way I came about it was around like March or April of last year. My brother and I, shout outs to my brother, Prince G, the Bay Area Palace. My brother and I were watching just some wrestling shows, indie, WWE, AEW. And then for whatever reason, like I just looked at him. I remember we were watching the show. We said nothing for like the 2 hours that it was on. I looked at him. I was like, hey, can I ask you something? He was like, hey, you want to be a tag team like for wrestling? And I was like, ain't no way you read my mind, bro. There's no way you did that. But yeah, are there any schools in the area? He was like, well, look around. We didn't look around. We were really lazy. One night we went out drinking in Oakland, and we found the bar. They had this jukebox. We played Judas by Fozzy. Of course, it's Chris Jericho's music. Some guy turns around and he was just like, oh, you guys are the marks. And I swear, I said, what's a mark? And he starts laughing, but him and my brother start talking for a while. I go and order another drink, get one for my brother as well. I come back and he was like, hey, this guy's name is Eric Watkins. He's a Golden Gloves champ, but he also trained with a former WWE superstar. He said he could potentially train us. I was like, does he have a gym? Like, where's it at? It's in Oakland. It's called Guardians Gym. We checked it out a couple weeks later. It was a boxing gym. They unfortunately didn't have a wrestling ring, but we did, stress that we wanted to focus more of our training into wrestling instead of boxing. We didn't mind the boxing at all, but we wanted to center it more around wrestling. So he advised us to go talk to people at East Bay. So we gave a call to some old guy that we later learned was big, buff, and burly, and his name is Maynard Skinner. Went over to East Bay. We watched those people train, and I saw them take all their bumps and rolls, and I was scared at first, but I hyped myself up, I was ready for this opportunity. I told myself I'm going to work at it because this is a childhood dream. Once I started doing the thing, I just became instantly happier. And I was grinding and grinding. I was working for a mobile sales job. I was a traveling salesman. I was making $75K a year. I wasn't happy, so I quit that to focus on training full time. Honestly, couldn't be happier. I found who I am. That's how I got into the business. And I hope to stay around longer, man. And maybe I can even get that belt right there.
Yeah, in your dream, kid. In your dreams.
Gavon, you got some hair on your neck. That's not a beard. You got a neck beard right there.
Get your hair out of a man bun.
You want me to get? Hey, I'll look even sexier.
Uh-oh.
Boy, don't you even play with me.
Takes so
Green's
long.
gonna get censored.
It is taking long.
Oh, and it's tangled. And it's tangled. Look at how foolish you look.
Hey,
oh my God, that's how green you are. Look at how green you are.
You act lover boy. You try to act tough and you come short.
Did you get hot here?
Got a little hot, but also my hair is frizzy. We're just gonna keep it like this. We're gonna rock it with confidence.
No, go put a hat on. Go put a hat on.
Hey,
yeah, why don't we just start here?
Brandon, take your hat off. That's rude. Take your hat off, Brandon.
Yeah, let's see Brandon's hair.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh,
there we go.
He's bald.
I'm bald. But that's all right. I like being bald. Easier to maintain. It's not easy.
I envy you.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Marco Mania has joined the chat.
Marco. Hey.
Marco. See, I told you. Let's throw poor Joe through a table.
All the time, man. He wants to throw Joe through the table, man. Poor Joe.
If I ever take a trip to California, we're definitely coming to East Bay. We're coming to one of your shows. And Marco, if you want to teach me how to take a bump, I'll learn, and we'll have like a whole setup for the show that you like. Get me in the front row. I'll get my fake pair of red glasses. You break my glasses before the show, and then sets up a little rivalry. Actually, Geek can show the clips how you keep talking smack to me.
I mean, but we can't give away the whole story here because then everyone's gonna know.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Joe's game plan.
What's his game plan?
Well, it wouldn't be a game plan if I told you.
Yeah.
So how does everyone know it then?
Everyone knows.
I would say, when it comes to, Marco and his tag team partner Fab, when you see Money, Power, Respect, like, you think Fab is the one, right? Like, that's the mean one. He looks mean, he's big, he's bald like Brandon. Not saying Marco don't look mean. Marco looked mean too, but Fab just looked like the killer. And then you meet them and you find out that Marco just every day he wakes up, he chooses violence in the most elegant way, but he's the violent one out of the two.
I used to hate Marco when I first started training, bro. He talks so much crap, and I almost quit. And then as my brother told me, he was like, dude, just look past it. Now we're like best buds. I love the guy.
I'm just like, is he really being this mean to me? And I know it's wrestling. It's kayfabe. I'm like, don't even want to go upstairs and be like, glad he doesn't write that on my Instagram.
Or Joe, or is it?
The lost art, bro.
Yeah.
I'd like to do this whole Inception thing with kayfabe now. So
yeah, like it's hard. Like you guys are in the indies. Like, is it harder for you? It's a question for all you guys individually. You guys be able to answer this question. Like when you guys, the indies, the kayfabe thing, you guys must be harder because you guys actually train together and hang out afterwards, like at restaurants. Like, is it harder for an independent wrestler to keep kayfabe alive than it's regular, like regular mainstay guys? Like,
Joe was shook.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think I have the credentials to answer that question quite yet. What you think, Parisi?
Listen, the curtain was pulled back a long time ago. Not saying that we shouldn't, honor kayfabe and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm, if you got the audience hooked, like I'm talking hook, line, and sinker, then yeah, by all means, respect that kayfabe and do what you can to keep that going with that, whether it be a storyline or that angle or whatever it may be. But we can't sit here and, like the whole, who just wrote something? Was it Mickey James? That just wrote something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that earlier with the whole thing.
Yeah. And then somebody tried to come out and say like, well, you're also, you're doing what you're saying not to do by doing that. But I'd like to believe that, just because if we go back into doing this whole kayfabe thing doesn't mean that the fans are just, is just going to automatically be like, oh, whatever happened, it's real again, or, whatever the case may be. But fans know, the audience knows, the world knows. Of course, you still have your younger ones and stuff like that, to them, it's still, it is what it is to them. But I think there's levels to it that, you can always still use that kayfabe. I still believe that there's levels to it. Like, there's been a few times where I'll be online and I'll look at stuff and I'll be like, man, is that a shoot? Because I don't know. I can't tell. And those are the ones I enjoy. I enjoy those the most because it's like it takes you back to having that feeling again as a fan. And at the end of the day, that's what a lot of us are. We were fans before we got into this business to become wrestlers, not so much like the generation before us who just kind of fell into wrestling and was like, damn, I'm really good at this. I can make a living out of this. So it's like they really stuck to that kayfabe because it was their bread and butter. It was a different era. Like there wasn't schools on every corner like McDonald's. Like nowadays, you can just throw a rock out there. You'll find a school. Is it a good school or bad school? I'm not too sure, but it's more access now to it. We live in the information age. So I just think there's levels to kayfabe and, use it when it's appropriate to use it. And just, I don't know. Some people take it too far, I believe.
That needs to be
there goes Marco. Keep kayfabe alive.
That needs to be a t-shirt, man. That needs to be a t-shirt. Like, for sure. It needs,
Speaking of kayfabe, I'm like, do you guys think the MJF thing's a work or you think it's all a shoot?
It's a work.
It's a work? I think it's a work too. I still think he's coming back. Joe's sold that it's a shoot.
I kind of think it's kind of a shoot, but it's like you'll be thinking it's real, and then you'll go to the show, a house show. If they do a house show, AEW, be like, "Hey, his music will hit," and he'll be, "I told you guys I really wasn't leaving," like that kind of thing. Like
I know you guys can see the shiny head over there on Brandon shaking his head. He's got a strong opinion on the MJF shoot promo. I don't know if you want to share that, Brandon.
All right. Anybody who, I mean, I love MJF, but nobody with a TV deal would give somebody a live mic for 10 minutes and not cut them off in the middle of it. And if you watch the promo, I mean, it literally is CM Punk's pipe bomb promo from 2011 with different wording. He even says, I'm the best in the world. Now, did it start out as a shoot? No, I don't think so. I think this has been something they've just been planning for a while, and Tony Khan has a weird way of writing stuff down and taken forever to deliver on one thing, but also keeping the thing going. But no, it's definitely a work. But I can buy him being upset that Bryan Danielson and CM Punk and all those people from WWE are probably coming in and making more money than him.
Exactly.
But he wrestles once every 3 months, so I mean they're gonna make more money than him. Bryan Danielson wrestled every single show. CM Punk was wrestling every single show, and CM Punk, I love MJF. CM Punk is improving ratings draw. I mean, if you look at all the statistics and stuff, you'll see. Bryan Danielson as well. MJF. I don't know, man. I haven't seen anything but MJF from MJF. I haven't seen anything that could make me buy him as something other than MJF, stereotypical trash talking heel. He's just really good at that. I mean, he could be a great, face. If we're killing kayfabe here, he could be a great face, but I haven't seen it. I don't know. I think it's a work. I mean, you guys can believe what you want to believe. But I just think it's willfully ignorant to think that it's the truth.
That's how you know he held it serious. You can believe what you want to believe, but like, damn, you didn't have to say that part.
I'm just being honest.
Let me tell you this. I grew up on the other side of the tracks from MJF. Long Island, New York, represent.
Right here.
I know the tone of voice. What he said was 100% true. And if that man, Tony Khan, doesn't pay MJF what he's worth, as opposed to all these other, I don't know, half-pound, 5'2", little $120 wannabes, MJF needs to get what he deserves. What he said was from the heart and 100% true. You can tell by his tone of voice, and you can tell by the look in his eyes.
Holy, CM Punk is taller than MJF.
He's breaking kayfabe now. I say Paulie from LA.
I spent some younger years in Los Angeles. I am from Long Island. All right, Marco, you know this.
He's breaking near
brother.
Lost some of my lives there. So sorry.
LA. It's a different letter. You're close.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
The bus.
Lost some lives right there laughing. LA, bro.
LA. On the other side of the keyboard, Marco, you can find it.
You're gonna get him all flustered. Marco's gonna be like, you know that meme with the cat typing on the keyboard? That's Marco when he's mad.
He's gonna want the code and come on here.
That's Marco in general.
Did you guys ever catch the episode with Candy Girl? Like we were talking, we mentioned him like Beetlejuice mentioned Marco way too many times. He's like, I want the link. Ruined her whole interview, but it made it so fire. It made it so fire that you have to check it out. It's like, oh, blah blah. We knew who he was, but we really didn't know. And then we mentioned him too much, and Candy Girl got a little flustered, and she started mentioning him like, I can't stand him. It was about the time they fought. It was about the time
for the belt.
For the belt. It was about that time when the rivalry was going, and Marco was the cat typing on the keyboard, angry ranting cat, and kept going. Send me the link. He came in and he was on fire, right, Geek?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I was like,
those promos, man. That promo.
Whoa, he was off, and then that's when the tables. But
we lost somebody.
Oh no, we lost.
Crazy. We lost the star.
We lost the champ.
Lost the champ.
Geekums, what'd you say? You made him too mad.
Ollie, you were supposed to pay his phone bill. Now it went off.
Hey, you shut your mouth, Leo.
Remember,
I agree. I don't like you. Be quiet.
Who are you? You had 2 matches. You lost them both.
Paulie, you're allowed to talk. I don't like
you. Bald head, sloppy jalopy jabroni. You shut your mouth over there.
He's 1-1.
Up in your call. Where's Cisco?
You want to bet? No, Cisco's busy.
Yeah, I bet he's with an actual woman unlike you.
Oh,
this is great.
Yeah, he's with his mom.
Huh?
He's with his mom.
He's with his mom.
Yeah, he's hanging out with his mom.
Yeah, he would be a mama's boy. That makes sense.
Hey, whoa. Only mama's
Hey,
boy around
Paulie.
me. All right, I'm a mom's favorite wrestler. Everyone announces it every time I wrestle. That's me.
Yeah, you're your mom's favorite wrestler, but you're nobody else's favorite wrestler, Leo. Come on.
Oh my god.
Leo's awesome.
I'm working on it.
I
But you're
agree with-
everyone's favorite neck beard, all right? You wear a Cadillac
My
chain
beard
and a
is on my
tracksuit.
chin, lover boy. Hey, worry about JMM on Saturday before you worry about me.
What
Oh, that's
chin are you
good.
talking about? Which one?
Oh, you know I'm trying to watch my weight.
Uh,
That's a harsh subject.
you can watch it. It's just on the scale. That's it. You look at it. Is it 280? 280.
Whoa.
280.
I used to be 250.
I've seen plenty of those beards around where I live in the Poconos, but that's a different story for a different day. All right.
Who's your guys' dream opponents?
There you go. You go, Brandon, first. Had your hand up.
All right, cool. It's my turn. Yeah, I know everybody's gonna. I know like Leo's gonna probably say something dumb, and then probably, I don't know what Paulie's gonna say. My dream opponent isn't anybody you guys would guess. My dream opponent is actually Rick Luxury. I feel like that's probably everybody who's ever had a trainer's dream opponent is to have a match with their trainer. And that's something that I really wanted to happen before some certain things happened that caused that not to be able to happen for now. But I just feel like I can talk about, CM Punk's one of my favorite wrestlers, right? I can talk about him. I can talk about Bryan Danielson, but I don't have a connection with them, right? I don't have the feeling that would be there in a match with them like I would with Rick Luxury.
I beat Rick Luxury.
With the help of Parisi and Journey Fatu. You were
I
both
beat him.
blindfolded, and you had to have them come out so that you could.
Oh yeah, he's blind. Like, let me tell you, flattened out, me on top, 1, 2, 3. That's all that matters.
So weird. Paulie's so wrong, but every
Actually
time
wanna
he
match
argues,
Leo.
so I just want to agree with him.
It is true. It is true. Paulie beat Rick, and with that victory, he became GM of East Bay Pro Wrestling as well. But the following week, Maynard, aka the boss, came out, fired him on the spot right away. And I would say the crowd was pretty happy about it.
That's a tough subject, Brian. We don't talk about that.
Oh, aren't you like a lawyer? Can't you like look into that? That had to violate some kind of like. Did you look at the contract? Like, was there? Did you look deep into it?
Brandon, it don't matter. We don't want Paulie around like that, anyways. We're okay. He can stay on.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's the first time I'm agreeing with you.
What's that? We don't talk about Bruno. There you go.
It's a harsh subject.
Yeah.
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah, it was funny.
I would love to see that clip. I wish we had that clip. Wish you guys had that clip. I would love to see that.
Well, the social media guys here, he could send us maybe that clip.
Send it to us later. See the face. Just the face from like, what's that from The Simpsons? Like when Lisa breaks, what's his name's heart? You can see his face breaking it as you look at his face.
3, 2, 1.
Is it Ralph?
Yeah, Ralph. Yeah, Wiggum. Yeah, in that episode. Yeah.
The guy who swallows coins and eats crayon sandwiches. Yeah, that guy.
Well, Ralph was too.
Remind me of you, Leo.
That's real. That's real original.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
You got any more roasts in there?
I got a ham sandwich upstairs. I roasted that.
That's great. Is that the fourth one that you ate already, or what?
Paulie, I know that's deli meat.
What's that?
I know you're eating a deli ham sandwich. You didn't roast it.
Uh-oh. Here comes Ron. This is great. This is so great, guys.
So Paulie, you're from Long Island, right? What would you say you like better, pizza or you like bagels?
Oh, you know what? I'm actually heading out to Long Island on Sunday, so I'm really looking forward to having both. But I'll tell you this: the first thing I get every time is I get a pizza. I go to my local pizzeria and I get myself a pizza. all of it, I eat it. But I will say this, on my way back to California, because the bagels out here suck, they're just circular bread, I pack a suitcase full of bagels. I bring home like 50 bagels. Now, let me tell you something. They go quick.
Oh yeah.
Why is that not surprising?
Favorite topping?
Yeah.
Favorite topping? I think Geek just had favorite toppings on a pizza.
You see,
Pineapple.
Who said pineapple?
I said pineapple.
Who said pineapple?
I said pineapple.
You said pineapple?
I said pineapple. I will die by pineapple.
Let me tell you this. You look at official pizza toppings, and pineapple is not on that list. I'm a traditionalist. If you need to put something on your pizza, it probably means your pizza sucks. But here's the thing. I do enjoy a good pepperoni.
How about you take yourself to any pizza place and ask them to put pineapple on it? They will.
As they say in Ghostbusters, if there's a steady paycheck, I'll believe anything you say. They'll say pizza.
Yep.
You're gonna give us the money. We don't care what you want on a pizza as long as it doesn't get mess up our oven. I think that's pretty much I say to you.
No.
Right back. Give me 1 second.
And then when you say pineapple, the old man in the corner that puts the pizzas in the ovens, grabbing the old baseball bat he had since the 1950s, is gonna beat your skull in.
Let me tell you this right now, Brandon. Right here is Where to Eat Pizza book. All right, we got all the greats in here, and Chicago's there too. Now, let me tell you something. I could go to any one of these places, and I don't think not one of them are going to advertise the pineapple on their pizza.
Hey, they may not advertise it, but they should.
They're going to advertise the crust. They're going to advertise what matters, and pineapple doesn't belong on there.
Is that a pizza flag on your wall, Paulie?
I like pizza.
Fair.
I agree with Paulie. I like pizza.
Yeah. I like pizza. I do love pizza.
That's actually my favorite food.
Little Vincent's, man, best place on Long Island right now. Hands down. Best pizzeria right there. In the town of Huntington Village right there.
There's one in Queens that me and my family used to like frequent all these years. I got to go back to it again. It's Patsy's in Queens. Patsy's. They have the garlic sauce. It's like the liquid garlic, and you put it on the pizza like that.
Oh,
sounds like Domino's.
Oh, you're making your boys skip a beat.
Like you ask pizza places for the garlic stuff, and they all look at you like a deer staring at a pickup truck, huh?
You guys can use all these fancy names and all this stuff and all these Italian places and all that, but the reality is everybody knows it, and you can't argue. You can argue if you want, but you're wrong. The best pizza place is undeniably Little Caesars.
What?
What? No.
You know what?
I'm gonna cut this guy's microphone. What the?
Come on,
Brandon.
I gotta
Brandon,
go to California.
this is why you're bald at the age of 20. This is
No.
This is why
I'm
you have
bald.
glasses, because you can't see straight. And this is why your beard is patchy, Brandon. All right? You out here losing every single match. Maybe it's because you diet.
I'm bald.
Opinions are so bad. God looked down on you and said, "I wish foul on this bald man."
Male pattern bald.
Fail at life because he says Little Caesars is good.
Little Caesars
Well, how
is the
about
best.
if you can take that call, you can put it in reverse, and you can drive yourself out for all I care.
I'm driving myself to Little Caesars right now.
I'm sure.
They there's no Little Caesar on Long Island.
There is. Well, I don't know if it's not still in CI where I used to live in Central Islip, but when I had it, I was gone. I was done.
Yeah, it was that good. It took you to heaven, right?
Yeah, I know. I was sad, and I walked up the block to my local pizza place, Central Pizza, and I was
Central Pizza is really good.
I was happier than happy, and that number I don't remember it anymore. But every time I wanted pizza, and if I was in Central Islip, yeah, I'll tell you, I'm gonna get a plain, extra, well done pizza. Boom. Here's my money. Take my money.
That's the thing about California that I can't stand. You can go to any place in New York and you can say, "I want a regular slice," and they'll be like, "Hey, man, right here, I got you. It's fresh out the oven." You can go to anywhere in California and you say, "I want a regular slice," and they look at you like you kicked their dog. They don't know what a regular slice is. Like,
What?
do you mean cheese? Like, yes, of course I mean cheese.
Paulie, don't be acting like you're only ordering a slice.
He'll
You're
start
right,
making
I
the
order
pie. You're like, no.
regular pie. They don't know what that is. It's a cheese pie. Get out of here.
Jeez. So that's like saying Taco Bell is like the best Mexican restaurant.
Hands down, best Mexican restaurant.
No, it's not. No.
Again, I'm gonna get my ticket.
Hands down. Honestly, if we're gonna be honest here, we're gonna talk about food. The best Chinese is Panda Express as well.
What?
Yeah, no.
Subway's
Like,
the best Subway place too. It's in the name, Sub.
if you
Who
go,
invited Brandon?
see, that's one thing. If I ever go to California, there is a really good taco place, Mexican place. It's a really tiny one. It's near Sony Studios. It's Chi-Chi's Tacos. That's what I heard about.
No, that place sucks. Honestly, I've had it like 4 times now, and each time I just drive over my local Taco Bell. Yeah, that's
Tiny hole in the wall, geek. We're gonna have to go there. It's like a block away from the Sony Studios. I'm gonna sneak on the set because
no, there's not better than Taco Bell.
all the Ghostbusters fans heard about it when they did Ghostbusters Fest. So it has to be somewhat good because they told everybody to go there. Like Chi-Chi's. They even have theme song. It can't be that bad.
My favorite Mexican place, Greenport, Long Island, Lucharitos.
Oh yeah, Lucharitos is good. I love Lucharitos.
Shout out Lucharitos. I go every time I go back home to Long Island, I go to Lucharitos. I make the drive.
They opened one in Huntington actually.
Oh, did they?
Yes, in Huntington,
Oh,
Melville.
expanding, that's good.
Melville, Lucharitos, awesome.
We need to get sponsored by them, geek. Lucharitos needs to sponsor dudes at ringside.
Lucharitos is amazing. I think
Love
I went there
Lucharitos.
a month ago. I'm like, this place is really, really, really good. If Spiffy's still in the chat, she'll say, "Oh yeah, I agree."
So, is there anywhere that you guys, East Bay Pro wants to like do a show and they like haven't got a chance to, and they've been like, "Ooh, I want to do a show there," like.
Oh, are you asking just us, like as individuals, or
yeah,
the company?
individuals, like individuals. It could be for the social media guy or you guys. It's for anybody that like the way you guys.
PSG is fortunate in its way that not every promotion out in NorCal has a designated venue. A lot of promotions need to rent a venue to be able to run a show. SPW has a soccer world. They run out of an indoor soccer stadium. You know, other promotions rent out, like West Coast Pro. They rent out a dance floor, like a gathering party room. So a lot of places need to rent out a venue to be able to run a show. PSG, which is East Bay Pro and Wrestling Warzone, we own our own venue, so we don't travel out that much because we own our own venue where the school operates, where we run shows, and where by and large everything that happens in our crazy little universe occurs inside those 4 walls.
Okay.
But I believe there are teases of street fairs. You didn't hear it from me. I'm not 100% sure. But as far as bringing it out, I can't speak for everyone. I'm not entirely sure, but we do have our own little venue that we mostly run out of.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was just. Anybody else want to answer? That's cool. Or you
gonna go, Leo? Or no?
I think it's all about the cash with our owner Maynard. I mean, if the cash is right, we'll go. That's something I pitched to him a little bit on social media. I started following all the local breweries, and maybe there's some partnerships down the road. But like Paulie said, it's Pacheco Square Garden, PSG for short. Pacheco, California, in the East Bay, Northern California. And yeah, man, we got this show tomorrow night. I want to remind everyone, Saturday, July 9th, 7 p.m. Pacific. Loverboy Leo, JMM, Brandon Nash and his tag partner, who he likes to refer to as
Big, Sexy, Succulent System.
There you go. Versus Bike Club. Marco, who I don't even know if he's still on right now, but Marco actually has a title shot tomorrow night. He goes up against Leon Akuza. There you go. There's a graphic.
Yeah.
Marco, if you're still here, all I ask is that you give Leon like a sexy dance, bro. Just throw water all over him. Hit him with a big sexy time splash for me, please.
Yeah, and we got the Enforcer versus Beastmaster for the PSG Showcase Championship. And then what am I missing here? Oh yeah, Juicy and Pookie. I don't know if you guys, the guys on the call, want to talk about Juicy a little bit. I know he's a big influence on a couple of you guys, and saw him at training yesterday.
Yeah, Juicy recently became one of the coaches at East Bay, and he's trained there. I think he got started training down in Arizona, made his way up here, found Rick, and then he started training with them. And ever since, I mean, this dude has been on fire. He's on GCW. He recently was signed to MLW. I mean, he's been on LA Fights, Circle 6. This guy travels, bro. He goes across the country. He's already wrestled in Mexico as well. And the way he trains us is like he says it's 10% of the Fale Dojo. I'll let you guys and the viewers at home look up the Fale Dojo. Trust me, it's worth the while. But nothing but respect for Juicy. And he's got Pookie tomorrow. I would say, Pookie, be careful, bro. Juicy's he is the character, but he's also 450 pounds and very agile. Like, have you guys ever seen a grizzly bear from Tonga hit a moonsault?
No. Oh my gosh.
Then look at Juicy now and get to knowing about that. This man can move.
I used to travel with Juicy last year for a little bit. I used to manage a tag team that he would travel with. And, of course, I traveled with him by proxy. And let me tell you something. This man is massive. Big, Juicy for now. He's called Big for a reason. He is 450 pounds easily. All right? You think of other big men, especially in our area, but in wrestling as a whole. A big man nowadays is like 250. The biggest man on a roster is on average 320, and Big Juicy weighs an entire Brandon Nash and a half more than that person alone. All right, he is 450 pounds. The next biggest is like 320 on a good day. He is absolutely massive. He is absolutely unstoppable, and the future of Juicy for now is nothing but bright.
Yeah.
And another thing too about Juicy, man. He got together with some creative minds, and he actually has his own show going on September 2nd at the Newark Pavilion in Newark, California. It's called Big Toco's Kickback. And, man, there's going to be some
my invitation must have got lost in the mail to that one.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said it to you. But, yeah, I think it got lost in the mail. Something about UPS. They just, I heard it was that.
Checks in the mail.
Joe and Metal Geek for that show. There's this promo out there by this guy named Llama Jack.
Yeah,
and it's crazy. I mean, I could swear it's Marco, but it's definitely not. Like, it can't be. So.
I asked Marco last night at training if he knew Llama Jack, and he just got mad at me. I don't know why.
He gets mad at the drop of a hat. You probably accidentally step
He's
on.
Probably still in the chat somewhere.
He's sitting there cringing about just something. He's mad about something.
Marco's a very angry person, but I think that's why people like him.
Paul, you got any other WWZ stuff coming up?
Let me tell you, I know Parisi isn't here right now, but we got a giant show for July 30th. Just about 3 weeks from now. July 30th, your WWZ champion Parisi is defending his belt against the one and only, the independent variable Ishmael Vaughn of the Santino Bros and the Nightmare Factory. He trained under both of them. He appeared on AEW Dark a few months ago, the tag team partner of Kid Bandit. He's 6'3", he's 250, he's big, he's young, he's bulky. Let's see if he's got what it takes to take the belt off of my guy, Parisi. Parisi wanted to test himself this month in his reign.
Hey, yo, Paulie, July 30th, you didn't hit me up, man. What's up? I'm free.
You free?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. That's right. You know what?
Oh, I got a call.
I can find something for you. I'll find something good. Let's see how you last against JMM on Saturday, but I think I could find something for the lover boy. I love watching you get beat up.
I don't know about that one, brother, but good enough for me. I'll take it.
So I was about to say, someone from the East Coast against Juicy Panu, and Joe would agree with me. Vargas.
Oh my gosh! You guys know who Vargas is?
Tony Vargas.
Tony Vargas.
Vargas.
No, it's just Vargas.
He's
not familiar with him.
He's the Dominican Destroyer.
Oh my gosh! He's scary.
Yeah.
That boy is scary.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I grew up going to the New York Wrestling Connection out on Long Island.
Yep.
And they have a ton of big boys that I would love to see Juicy square off with that are regulars on that show. I mean, Juicy versus what's his name? Apollyon or something like
Apollyon,
that.
yeah.
Apollyon.
Mega.
Yes, that match alone, you got to reinforce the ring twice.
Well, another one, Geek, that Juicy should face from NYWC, our friend and yours, Joey
Conway.
Conway.
Oh, Joey Conway. That'll be a good one.
I forgot to twist my mustache when I said that. Joey Conway.
Yeah, there you go.
I have not seen Joey Conway. He rose to prominence when I moved out to California to seek some wrestling out here. But he's someone that's on my list to keep an eye out for.
Joey Conway, he's a hidden gem. A lot of people don't know.
Dickie Rods. Another one, Dickie Rods.
Dickie Rods, another
legend.
Great one.
Dickie Rods is a legend.
He's paid. Joey and
the Rack and Sack Connection. Are they still teaming out there?
Which one?
The Rack and Sack Connection.
Think so.
Oh, they were one of my favorites growing up.
Yeah.
There's another promotion out here.
SATs are back, actually.
Oh, I saw that.
That's one, guys. You need it because they've never. I think I mentioned in the chat to the social media guy. They're not known on the West Coast. They're only known on the East Coast.
There are a bunch of talents from especially Long Island alone that I think deserve to have some exposure out on the West Coast, just like I believe there are some West Coast talents.
Definitely.
Neither of them being these two, but some West Coast talents that need some exposure, especially in the New York area. Like you said, Juicy, he's blowing up now. He's performed in New York a couple of times. Marco's another one that I think would do good in New York.
He'd do great.
My guys would do phenomenal in New York. Of course, I know my way around. And especially out here, I want to see Rex Lawless out.
Oh
here.
yeah, Rex Willow will be awesome down there too.
Yes, I want to see him. I want to see a Dickie Rods. I want to see an Apollyon. I want to see anybody. The Bensons, Bad Brad, Kaysen.
He's great. He's
I
great.
want to see any of them come out here and do what they do best, and that's be better than California.
Yeah. Man Bun Jesus, another one.
Jaden he was new before you.
Jaden Vallow is another one.
I think he wasn't in the business yet when when Man Bun Jesus. I don't think he was in the business yet when you.
I saw him. He was actually. I saw him the show right before I left. I went to one final show before I moved out here, and he was still young and he was still a rookie. But I did see him perform once.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
How long have you been there?
I moved to California back in 2017. So
wow. Longer than I've been here. I've only been in PA for 13 years.
Yeah, so I've been out here about 5 years now. Actually, I think it's 5 years next month. So I grew up on NYWC, and now it's cool to see when I look out and I see that they're doing well. I see that Creative Pro popped up.
Oh, Creative Pro is Creative
Pro. And they are two places that I personally want to get on and check out. Especially when I travel out, I try to hook up with them the best I can. My connections, sometimes get lost in the mail, but I can assure you Paulie Gavone will be on a show on Long Island sometime soon.
Victory Pro's another one.
Yeah, Victory Pro Wrestling, that's another one. They do
They do a lot of good shows. Oh, here we go. I have a question for the social media guy. Do you guys in East Bay Pro? Do you guys get a chance to do any of your shows like on like public access TV, so like your fans could watch it like that, or do you have it only on YouTube?
Yeah, it's all in our house in PSG. I mean, you got to be there to see it, sort of thing. We do have a YouTube channel. I'm not in control of that yet, but yeah, there's some matches on there. We want to get some more consistent posts on our YouTube channel, but we're having fun on the other sites. I mean, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I think we got some good material out there, good content for fans. Hashtag East Bay Pro, hashtag East Bay Fam.
We're working on our production value a little bit because we are trying to for COVID, we actually did a 10-episode series of empty arena shows where we were able to set up a camera. We were able to get some wrestling going. And that's why our school, we had no ring rust when COVID ended. We were just right out the gate picking up where we left off, basically. So we do have some experience with recording a show and editing and then uploading it, because production, as I'm sure you guys know, is absolutely crazy. And right now we are trying to build up our production value back up so we can release a match or a show or something along those lines, so that fans from other states or fans that were unable to make it to an East Bay or a WWZ show can be able to enjoy their favorite Bay Area wrestling.
We'd love to see you guys on Twitch one day. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that's another thing for the social media guy. Like, we try to see if the promoter or the person that we have on the podcast, the Twitch is a good way to go if your fans can't, if they want to try to get fans from the East Coast to start watching you guys, because there's promotions that me and Geek started watching from England.
Yeah.
Outcast Pro Wrestling is all the way in London, England, and whenever they do a show, me and Geek are glued to our browser to watch Twitch, to watch the whole show.
Yeah.
And WAW and Bellishers, when they do a show,
Bellatrix,
we're hooked. I'm hooked to it. I'm like, oh man, these wrestlers are so like crazy. That's where Paige's mom.
Yeah,
that's what mom is under.
Twitch is an untapped market for us, but with that tip right there, I think we might be on Twitch in the next month or two. We could definitely see if we can work on getting a designated camera to put up, even make it to Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Social media guy, look into that.
It's popular.
I like it, Paulie.
It's a popular thing these days with Twitch because, as I just said, you can get fans like us that can get that fever that your fans have that are live to know, oh my gosh, at I guess we're 9-10 here on the East Coast, but if you're doing a show at like 8 o'clock your time, we have to go calculation what time is in Cali. Okay, their show's starting at 8. If it's 8 here, it's 7 there. So we have to remember to pop on Twitch to watch the East Bay Pro Wrestling show that's live on Twitch that night. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely a useful tool. We will no promises, but I can promise that we will look into it.
Definitely.
All right.
So yeah, my dream opponent is Gino Medina.
Nobody asked you, Leo.
Hey, he asked a long time ago.
I did, but
yeah, what are you moving in slow motion?
Brother, we talked about pizza and I had to let that go on.
Uh-huh. Hey, how about if you dream about picking up a win before you start dreaming of opponents?
In all fairness, he did win a match, Paulie.
What's that, Brandon?
He did win a match.
Oh, yeah. He didn't pin nobody. He got lucky.
This guy.
I agree. He did get lucky, but...
And then he went on to lose the next match later that night.
Yeah, because I was getting pieced up in that.
Hey, I will say it was a good show. You impressed Maynard. It was a good showing. You tried your best and you lost. You could try.
I want to see you work twice in one night and see if you can get both those dubs.
I did. I actually went 3-0 once. The agency runs supreme, let me tell you.
Who is even in the agency now? You had like 5 people walk out in the last 6 months.
Hey, we only keep the best. I got Parisi and I got Journey Fatu, and that's all I need.
You only keep the best. The enforcer is a champion right now, and he's not on the what do you call it? The agency.
Leon Artuza is the champion right now. He's not in the agency.
Very true.
It seems like when they get tired of you using them, they just walk away from you.
Let me tell you something. I have every single person that I have stood in the corner of has went on to win championship gold. Parisi, Surza, Midas Creed, Leon Akuza, the Enforcer, Brandon Humphrey, DLA, all of them have had championship gold around their waist at one point or another. The only person that we're still working on is Journey Fatu. But when you have Dynasty like he does, it's only a matter of time before gold follows.
Hey, Paul, you ever thought that maybe they're just using you to do the GM and WWG? Maybe they just keep you around because it's convenient. And I don't know, man. The history shows that once you're not convenient for them anymore, they let you go.
Mm-hmm.
You named 7 men that aren't with you anymore.
I let them go. Enforcer, losing streak. He's out. DLA, thought he was tough and tapped out. He's gone. Brandon Humphrey, lost one too many times and then decided to walk away. And you look at Leon Akuza, he lets his emotions get the better of him one too many times, and DLA came in and he was the better man that night. He proved to be better and obviously ultimately lost to Journey Fatu, and that's where I decided, hey, Journey Fatu's worth something. Let me tell you something, though. Long Island, you can keep an eye on DLA. I know he's on the East Coast now because we chased him out of town. So you might see DLA popping up over there. Know that I got some connections and some unfinished business with him.
The DLA that power slammed you into next week when you slapped him with your hat, that guy?
Oh, I distinctly remember that, actually.
You know,
yeah.
My back was just starting to heal from that. And you had to go bring it up.
Once again, we need a clip. We need that clip.
Well, hey, man, if your back is still hurting, may I suggest some Hot Tag come from the mind of Prince Jerry and Juicy for now, bro. Very good medicated spray. Instantly takes your pain away. Topical only.
Oh, where can I get some of that Hot Tag? I might want some.
Hey, it'll be somewhere for you.
Oh, okay.
another plug.
So this whole show needs to be a clip.
Yeah, whole show long. It's gonna be a reel. It's just a long clip.
All right. If you guys want to talk about the upcoming show, I mean that's cool too.
I mean, I spoke my piece about JMM. The guy's an eloquent jerk. I don't like the way he speaks. Called me a swine. And I called him a child of divorce. And he got on my haircut. And to be fair, the promo picture that's on the poster, it's a little outdated. That was actually like 35 pounds ago, believe it or not. I've been grinding in the ring, in the training center. So, JMM better watch out,
his
man.
matches are a lot similar because he lost both of them. Pounds and matches, you keep losing. I'll congratulate you on one of them.
Paul, you got somebody.
This question's
the other chin.
Oh shoot! Oh no! Oh no! Our podcast, it's broken.
You know, we're not gonna have a screen between us tomorrow night.
No, we're not. We're gonna be face to face, brother. So if you want to throw hands with me, you can.
Yeah, who'd you beat? I beat Rick. I beat Rick Luxury. You didn't beat nobody. You beat Diddley's squat.
You need to get Rick on.
How about this? You come to me, you can try to act all tough. I'll bring the foil and I'll knock your teeth down your throat, okay? I'll give you a knuckle sandwich.
With extra pepperoni and
as the kids say, no cap.
Oh gosh. As I said, you could put a little extra pepperoni, a lot of mozzarella on that knuckle sandwich. Am I
There
right?
you go. Exactly. Actually, the knuckle sandwich is purely made of brass. No bread. We hold the carbs. We hold the vegetables. We hold the mayo. It's just brass. Brass around the four fingers, cracked across the jaw.
So this question is for Paulie. If you could give anyone advice on how to become a great wrestler, what advice would you give?
Have me in their corner.
There you go, Brandon.
Simple as that.
Yeah,
Brandon, he's a lost cause. Leo's a lost cause. But if you want to be great, you gotta have.
He's a champion. Brandon's a champion right now. So
This
I always.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nash. Brandon Denker.
Yeah,
How he do?
He's a champion right now. So
He's from Long Island.
So he's another Long Islander.
Hey, Brandon Denker, if you want to win more gold, you know where to find me. Paulie Gavone on Twitter, Paulie Gavone on Instagram.
There you go.
He wants to win more gold. There you go. Right?
There you
Well,
go.
we are the internationally known home of champions. That's us.
I think you could do that a little deeper.
Oh man, that's my radio voice. That's my cool horror movies of the '90s voice.
Well, you got to practice a little bit. That way, you can hit the home of the champions.
All right, Paul. Who's your favorite client that you worked with?
My favorite client. You know what? I have great memories with all of my clients, obviously. Sometimes I try to forget them now because a lot of them prove to not be as useful to me. But if I had to say one of my favorite clients that I ever been with had to have been DLA. Our time together was good. Unfortunately, he fell off after a while. And, sometimes when you're at a racetrack and your star horse breaks its leg and you got to put it down, it's hard, but it needs to be done to be able to move forward. And that's kind of what happened between me and DLA. I have to say now, the two guys that I manage now, Parisi and Journey Fatu, Search and Destroy, they're pretty phenomenal. I signed with them recently, only a few months ago, so the future is bright as far as I'm concerned. And the next time I'm with them is on July 30th when Parisi takes on Ishmael Vaughn and Journey Fatu, member of the Samoan dynasty. He goes one-on-one with the 7-foot-tall international superstar, Alex Ace. So I got some good stuff coming up with them that's definitely going to be entertaining and worth the watch. But as far as favorites go, I have a sentimental place in my heart for DLA. The ruckus that we caused, the mayhem that we brought to East Bay Pro will always be fresh in my mind. But I did need to let him go. And now the future is bright with Journey Fatu and Parisi.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are totally awesome. We're so thankful and we're so happy to have you guys come on the podcast. And you guys, from myself and Metal Geek,
thank you so much.
Bring down the house tomorrow, and you guys are gonna make the crowd go nuts, because what I've seen on TV, on YouTube, you guys, like, if you ever take a trip, one thing I know, we got to go to East Bay Pro. Geek, how many times have you said it? We both said it. We got to go to East Bay Pro.
Or Wrestling Warzone.
Yeah. Or
Joe, don't forget, WrestleMania is in LA next year. So maybe
you never know. The dudes
not too far.
We'll be doing a live thing from the parking lot.
There you go.
Pre-show.
Thank you for the opportunity, guys. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
So I'm Joe Panther III.
I'm the Metal Geek.
Wait, wrong way. Dang it.
That way.
That way. You got you next.
I'm the social media guy.
Wait, you
Me?
next. Yes.
Yeah.
My name is Leo. They call me Loverboy, and you guys can all call me anytime.
Nobody will. I'm the top brass Paulie Gavone. Thank you. I'm sure it's been a pleasure to listen to me.
You next, Nash.
I don't have any stupid catchphrase like the rest of these people, but I'm Brandon Nash, and I'll see Bike Club in the rest of you guys on Saturday.
And we will catch you in the next one.